President Donald Trump is heading to China at a time when more than anything else he needs some kind of a victory to show. 9 years after his first lavish visit to China as the American president, Donald Trump is now scheduled to head back to Beijing between the 13th till the 15th of May. The 2017 trip had produced some headline-grabbing business deals worth more than $250 billion, covering everything from energy projects and Boeing aircraft to agricultural products. These had given Donald Trump the win that he had wanted to showcase back home. But the atmosphere is very different this time round. Trump will arrive in China amidst an escalating crisis in West Asia, a global energy shock, growing internal pressure, and increasing international concern over America's strategic direction. At the center of the problem is Iran. Weeks after military escalation, Washington still lacks a decisive outcome. Iran has not capitulated. Instead, Tehran has openly mocked Donald Trump ahead of the Beijing summit. An advisor to Iran's leadership has warned Donald Trump not to assume that he would enter Beijing triumphantly. An unresolved war makes the United States appear pretty weak, and China is, of course, watching very closely. The Iran war is also exposing the vulnerabilities in American power projection, and Iran's disruption of the Strait of Hormuz has triggered energy instability worldwide. China is one of Iran's closest trade partners. And Trump says that he and President Xi Jinping share the same goal on the crucial shipping lane.
I have a great relationship with President Xi. And I think you can see that with the fact that in Hormuz, they get a big percentage, 40% of their oil from Hormuz. There's been no ships coming in, no nasty ships coming in that we end up in skirmishes with. He'd like to see it get done. He doesn't want to see, I'll tell you what, look, I respect him a lot, and hopefully he respects me.
The Beijing, of course, holds a leverage of its own. A year ago, Trump had predicted that his trade tariffs will bring America's main economic rival to heel. But China had used its dominance over rare earth minerals to force Washington into scaling back. At their previous meeting last October at an airbase in South Korea, Trump had suspended triple-digit tariffs on Chinese goods, and Xi had backed away from choking the global supplies of rare earths. Since then, Trump has faced countless other battles, legal challenges to his tariffs, capturing Venezuela's leader, threatening to annex fellow NATO member Greenland, and waging a war on Iran that has stoked a global energy crisis. His approval ratings are at a historic low. That Trump, in fact, needs some kind of foreign policy victory. He would like China to convince Tehran to make a deal with Washington to end the conflict. But Beijing will want something in return, and this could, of course, be Taiwan. Now, Trump on Monday said that he'll speak with Xi Jinping about the future of U.S. arms sales to Taiwan, which is a long source of friction between the two nations. But he also appeared to downplay the prospects of China trying to seize the self-governing democracy.
Taiwan, I equate it a little bit to that. If you have the right president, I don't think it'll happen. I think we'll be fine. I have a very good relationship with President Xi. He knows I don't want that to happen.
Most importantly, the summit is going to be a test of contrasts between the two leaders. While Trump governs through disruption, improvisation, and political spectacle, Xi operates through patience, institutional control, and long-term strategic planning. And unlike Trump, Xi faces no electoral deadline. That asymmetry matters, because from Beijing's perspective, time may now favor China. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.